Hello, English learners. Welcome to Good English. Why do we say she has a pen and not she have a pen? Because she has a pen is right and she have a pen is not right. So how did you know which is right and which is wrong? For some people, the right way comes to them so easily and naturally because of the exposure they got. Just like how you'd speak your native language. You just speak it and it becomes right. You don't really have to think much about the grammar rules, right? There are some effective ways to get this so-called exposure. We will be looking into that in one of the upcoming videos, so try not to miss it. So for those who have not been exposed to the language, has to learn how to frame sentences in the right way. In order to structure a sentence in the right way, the subject in the sentence should be in agreement with the verb. Subject verb not in agreement is one of the most common mistakes English learners make while speaking or writing. So in the sentence, she has a pen, she, the subject, is in agreement with has, the verb. So when we construct sentences, we have to construct it in such a way that the subject is in agreement with the verb. So for that, we have to first learn how to identify the subject and how to identify the verb and then how to make them in agreement. So first let's see how to identify the subject of a sentence. Is it really possible to speak without a subject? Is it possible to write without a subject? You need a subject to speak or to write about. So as a rule, every sentence must have a subject. There can be more than one subject, which is fine, but there should be at least one subject. Identifying a subject is easy. The subject can be a person or it can be a thing. So the subject is the person doing the action or the thing that is being described. So basically, subject is the doer of the action or it is the person or thing that is being described. It represents who or what the sentence is all about. When looking for the subject in a sentence, look for the verb first. A verb is a word that helps the subject perform an action, or it can also show a state of being. So I guess at this point, we have to learn a little bit about verbs. What are verbs? Verbs are the action words in a sentence that describe what the subject is doing. Verbs can also be a state of being. Now, you may think that a state of being is not an action, but in grammar, a state of being is considered to be a verb. State of being verbs identify who or what the subject is, was, or will be. Most of the state of being verbs are forms of to be, which are am, are, is, was, were, will be, being, been. There are other state of being verbs such as seem, appear, guess, taste, smell, etc. It describes the state of being of the subject rather than describing the action. So in short, to pick out the subject, find out the verb and then find out who did the action. If it's a state of being verb, find out who or what is being described. A very easy technique, put who or what in front of the verb and the answer you get will be the subject. Let's see some examples. A man is sitting on the grass. The verb is sitting. Now put who in front of sitting. Who is sitting? A man. Who is the doer of the action? A man. So a man is a subject. Tom is fine. The verb here is. Who is fine? Tom. So the subject is Tom. We are talking about Tom's state of being. The girls are playing. The verb is are playing. Who are playing? The girls. So the subject is the girls. The food was great. Was is the verb. What was great? The food. So the subject is the food. She has a pet dog. Has is the verb. Who has the pet dog? She. So she is the subject. They are working hard. What is the verb? Are working. Who is working hard? They. So they is the subject. Who is the doer of the action? They. So they is the subject. Now that we've learned how to identify subject and verb, we have to learn how to make them agree with one another. That we'll see in the next class. So stay tuned and keep practicing till then. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. Bye for now.